Hi, and welcome to another episode of Soto Desperado Plays Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm my Jedi character, and I'm trying to level him up. He's at level 45. We're in Alderaan doing basic missions. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to try to play some videos in the background. Let me see. There we go. Oops. All right. So I'm in this place. I'm going to see if I can play the video. Let's try it. Hopefully it won't break. And we got Big Ward the Genius. Big Ward the Genius.
Today is still Monday, December 30th, 2024.
Big Ward.
Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I'm just recording my second video because it's been a good old school work day like I used to have when the economy was still doing good. Well, I worked all day and actually made some money today. But that's only because I'll be off tomorrow, the Lord will. And the creek don't rise, and I'll be off
I have Master Sidoni's permission.
Thursday. No, Wednesday. I'll be out Tuesday and Wednesday for the holiday. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So, I guess this was the backlog because we're going to be off. So, that's why I'm coming to you with just my second, which is still good, 2 in a day. And to be honest with you, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it, if I didn't say that already. To be honest with you, I dropped one video this morning and I was going to go relax. I'm heading to get my son, right? Keep him for a couple of days since he'll be out of school.
Laid bare before you, the irrefutable evidence.
And I might go
House
live
Hall
tonight.
has been conspiring against
Be on the
House
lookout.
Organa for
I
years,
just pop up.
preying on their good trust.
I don't want to give you a set time and I end up, I'll be late. So I might just pop up to keep an eye out because of something I want to show y'all. One thing I want to show y'all the video about the topic I'm about to discuss. About something Bernie Sanders said, right? I watched the video that Lisa Luke sent me. Thank you, Lisa. And I'm touching bases off that video
If you go to war now,
of Bernie
the
Sanders.
deceptions and murders will never end. It's best to
In my
put an end to the
opinion, my
fighting
views
now.
are going to be unpopular
everyone.
with a lot of y'all.
If we go to war now, the deception
Because I'm not a
and
Bernie
murders
Sanders
will never
fan.
end.
I'm not.
Can't go to
Is he a good guy? That ain't what I'm debating here, whether or not he's a good person. Might be the best person in the world, kind spirit, good man.
I saved
His
you from
ideas
making a
will
terrible
destroy
mistake.
you. He's a socialist. Doesn't work. Socialism destroyed my community, the black community. Socialism don't work. He made a video about the state of America, like the state, the state of the union address the president give. He made his own little video talking about we pretty much a disaster. Pretty much what we already know. The economy's in the tank. How, you broke. He broke. Everybody broke. Talking about the situation. The status of America. And we ain't doing good. I'm quite sure you know that.
Be calm.
Because you're probably one of the ones he's talking about. But what he said was,
I won't kill you.
Jedi.
I'm going to tell you why I don't like him. Not him personally, but his ideas.
It's a shielding ritual.
He teaching the victim mentality.
Master C.
It's somebody else's fault. You're in the situation you're in. Yes, the economy is bad right now. Yes, things are screwed up. right now. The cost of living, what have you. We all know. I ain't got to keep repeating that. But his reasoning, his explanation for that is what I don't agree with. And some of y'all might disagree with me. That's fine. Knock yourself out. But he gave some numbers. In America, with a population of, I think, over like 400 million, you have 1,000 billionaires. That's it. Out of almost maybe a little over 400 million, if not more. Y'all, you go look at the stat, but it's up there. 400 million people, 1,000 billionaires. And then he named the usual suspects. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy. And he said, just those three men alone have more wealth, more money than the bottom half of all Americans combined. And that's true. I agree with him on that. That's not what I disagree with him about. He said, the usual suspects, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, the one that everybody like to blame for their problems, and why you broke, it's called the Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos,
Vehicle pads are currently
and Mark
open for
Zuckerberg.
business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
And you know what? As I get further off into this video, he might be right.
Shit.
Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg might be the reason why a lot of y'all broke.
I think I missed a purple mission.
And I'm explaining that too.
Crap.
He might be telling the truth, but it ain't gonna be what you think I'm gonna say. They might be the reason why a lot of y'all broke. Now, those three men have more money than the bottom half of all the people in America, according to Bernie Sanders. And folk might say, hold on. Now, the train, I like to listen to the train. If y'all been following me for a minute, you know I love the sound of the train horn. I love the sound of a train. Since I was a little boy, I used to love little train sets. I used to get a train set every Christmas and tear it up, but I still would get one.
I'm sure I missed something.
Go around a circle, but anyway. So now let's dig deeper. Let me give a rebuttal to Mr. Bernie Sanders. I don't know Jeff Bezos, none of them guys personally. Never met them a day in their life. But as I'm listening to Bernie Sanders talking about how much money them guys got, and how they got more money than God, like Forrest Gump said, all I can ask myself is, what that got to do with my pocket? How much money Jeff Bezos got? I ain't never met him. They have more money than the bottom half of America, according to Bernie Sanders.
I knew I missed it.
But they don't have all the money. There's other money out here
Former rule.
that we make.
So that's the force.
Listening to Bernie Sanders, Democrat, whatnot, with that mindset, teaches the victim mentality. Jeff Bezos, and I've been broke a many times in my life, but I done had time, I done had plenty of money. And ain't now one of them guys he named had a damn thing to do with either situation. When I had plenty of money, Elon Musk ain't have shit to do with that. And when I was broke, they ain't had nothing to do with that either. Stop sitting around listening to these people telling y'all about how much money, how your pocket watching. That's basically what they're teaching you to do. And to take the emphasis and responsibility of your own actions and put the blame somewhere else. Yes, the economy is bad. I get that. It's affecting me too. I'm not in denial. The economy is horrible right now. So, But even with that, there's still some people in the same economy, depending on what field they in, where they work, still doing all right. The economy as a whole, the majority of people right now ain't doing too good. We working. The unemployment rate ain't that high. So we working. It's just that we ain't making enough money. That ain't Jeff Bezos' fault, Elon Musk. Everybody don't work for Jeff Bezos. You don't work for him. I don't work for him. They're giving us a boogeyman to blame for our problem. Them three guys. They all, every time they go to talk about how bad everything, they start bringing them three folks up. How many of y'all work for either one of them guys? That you can say he the reason my job don't pay nothing. This a problem been going on way before them guys. It's the world we live in. It's not no individual that's doing you wrong. It's the world we live in. Just the way it is. You're gonna have people, you're gonna have the have and the have-nots. Even Jesus said, the poor will be with us always. Since the beginning of time, there have been haves and have-nots. Everybody don't have the same work ethic. Everybody don't have the same ideas. Everybody don't have the same intelligence. Everybody don't have the same desire. Everybody don't want to be a billionaire. Everybody don't want to be a millionaire and put in the sacrifice and neglect that you have to neglect your family and friends and the stuff you have to do to be on that level. Everybody wouldn't do that. So be quiet. Leave them folks alone. Now, let's talk about them three guys. The three guys everybody love to hate. For some reason, the three guys that are responsible for the majority of Americans being broke right now. Or the other 997 billionaires responsible for you being broke. Even though you don't know them people. Well, big boy, they the one raising the prices. They the one doing this, they the one. No, you and me are raising the prices. Somebody done taught y'all that you don't have much power. Somebody wants you to believe that you're not as powerful as you really are. We gave all the power to the people at the top. They swindled us out of our power because of our mindset. We gave them all the power. Who are the ones who, when they see somebody rich pull up in a Lamborghini, everybody run up to the car and start taking pictures? Ooh, kissing ass. Then you see an average regular person, you don't even want to speak to them. Who the ones that do that? The regular people. Who the ones worshiping and idolizing celebrities? The regular people. The same one talking about the celebrity are the reason they are celebrities. We made them famous. We made them valuable. Without us, they would be nothing. But we lost sight of that. We want to blame them because we want what they got. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. We're going to start with Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy. He's a billionaire because he came up with an idea, created a company to sell us stuff we don't even need. We buy it because we want to. None of them guys have anything that we need. They have a bunch of stuff we want. Don't be mad at Jeff Bezos because you want to go on Amazon and buy a bunch of BS you don't need. He ain't stole nothing from you. You go on, I just ordered a basketball goal. I don't need no damn basketball goal while I ordered it for my apartment complex for the kids to play with. But that's a want, not a need. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg became billionaire by giving the so-called bottom half of people that they got more money than, giving y'all what you wanted, not what you needed. You ain't getting nothing from them you got to have. You tired of looking at them having so much money? Stop spending with them. We got the power and y'all don't want to accept that. You want to blame somebody else for you being powerless, for you refusing to use the power that you have, the power of choice. Remember I told y'all about that power that we have that's so great and strong, the power of choice? Every one of them billionaires, unless it's somebody you having to pay for your roof over your head, unless it's somebody you got to put gas in your car. Elon Musk, you ain't got to buy no, what's the name of them regular old trash cars? I don't even, Tesla, you ain't got to buy that. I'm in a Toyota paid for. Elon Musk ain't got a dime for me. I don't know what that dude doing. He ain't got one dime for me. So why my situation got something to do with Elon Musk? I ain't spent a dime with him. My situation, if I'm broke, is because of decisions and choices I made to go spend money on Amazon that I ain't got. I spent too much money. All that damn cologne I done bought, which I can afford. I got the money. I'm just saying. If I was broke right now, I got 300-400 bottles of cologne. But I managed it and spread it out and budgeted it well to buy what I wanted without going broke doing it. But if I was broke, the first place I need to look is me. I'm the one with 300 bottles of cologne. I ain't talking about cheap crap. Zerjoff, Rosia, Creed, Amouage. You know your cologne, you know what I'm talking about. That's in my collection. And I got over 300 bottles. It took me a few years to get it. This ain't no, I went out to the mall and bought 300 bottles at one time. No, that ain't what happened. And I go through discount sites, Max Aroma, Fragrance Net, Scent Split, places. So normally I don't pay full price. So I get that understood. But it's still a bunch of cologne that most of it ain't gonna even wear. I collect it.
You are fit for duty.
But I ain't got no business sitting around here talking about no damn Mark Zuckerberg or the man that owns the Zerjoff cologne place. Them damn billionaires that own all them cologne companies, they got more money. Them man need all that money. Jeff Bezos don't need all that money. What's start spending with him? I bet you won't. You probably got some packages on the way now from Amazon talking shit about Jeff Bezos. Or you just got off Facebook if you ain't on Facebook now. Or you probably getting your money together now to go buy them old bullshit Teslas. Spending an old ugly George Jetson spaceship looking truck they got. You buying that stuff. Ain't nobody putting no gun in your head making you spend money with them people. But you want to stay down here at the bottom, listen to Bernie Sanders and Democrats, feed you a bunch of BS instead of telling you about self-accountability. You're responsible for your decisions. If them folks ain't physically taking money from you, it's money out here to be made. They got a lot of money, but they don't have all the money. I make money. Other folks make money. There's other people making money. No, everybody ain't gonna be a billionaire and ain't supposed to be. Everybody ain't gonna be a millionaire, but the poor will always be with us. It don't matter how good the economy doing. It don't matter what the unemployment rate can be 0% with high-paying jobs everywhere, and you still gonna have broke people. Let me repeat that. The economy could be the best economy in the history of mankind. Every job paying top dollar. Every job. McDonald's paying $40 an hour. And rent can be $500 a month. with folks making $40 an hour at McDonald's, and you still gonna have broke people. I bullshit you not. You still gonna have broke people complaining about, yes, the economy is bad. We live in some drastic times right now. But it's because of a whole bunch of other different things. It ain't because of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg, is what I'm saying. I talk about, as y'all say, the doom and gloom every day. So yeah, we got some issues. We got some problems, baby. But I ain't gonna let you blame the wrong thing, because if you blame the wrong problem, you're gonna have the wrong solution. We need to address the real problem so we can get a real solution. Again, we got problems. Major problems. We are up Ish Creek right now. But I want to address the real cause.
Is the rightful king of Alderaan.
I'm not going to let y'all listen to them politicians and people with agendas trying to get you to go their way.
Alderaan.
I'm going to tell you the truth while we where we at.
Perhaps you're...
Because of us. We got all the power. It's 1,000 billionaires, but it's hundreds of millions of us. We gave them that power. We kiss our other folk with money. We don't need them, but we acting like we do. They need us, and we don't seem to have to take a grasp of that. They can't do nothing without us. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and the other guy, the Amazon dude, will be assed out if we ain't spend no money with him. I done spent so much money on Amazon this year, and he ain't took nail dime from me. I opened up my app and went on there and add the cart. Add the cart. I don't need that, but I want it. I don't need that, but I want it. I don't need that, but I want it. And Mark, whatever his name, his bank account just ding, 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 ding. And same time I'm on there, all this stuff I don't need, you on there too. You on there too. You on there too. And Jeff Bezos, his bank account steady, and we steady listening to Bernie Sanders talking about how much money Jeff Bezos got. But his money we just gave him. We the problem. The people are the problem. It's too many of us for them to have so much power if we didn't give it to them. It's not enough for them to take no power from us. We gave it to them. Through manipulation, mind control, propaganda. This right here, TV, movies, what have you. They took our power from us because of up here. They programmed us to give our power away. Told you need this, you gotta have this, you need that, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need a new PlayStation, you need to do that, you need to blah, 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 you need to buy, just buy. Consumerist. They programmed you to believe that your wants are really your needs. We don't have, if we only bought our needs, well, none of us be broke, pretty much fellas working folk. No. It's the wants that's destroying us. It's the wants that's taking our power from us and giving it to them billionaires. It's our wants that made them billionaires. Our wants. They taking care of the wants of a few 100 million people, not the needs. Jeff Bezos ain't taking care of none of our needs. He's taking care of our wants. If you come up with an idea, I don't care if you're working at McDonald's right now. If you come up with an idea that will supply the wants, not the needs. People are spending more on their wants nowadays than they're doing their needs. That's the society we living in right now. Everybody want to look good, want to look like they did, they want to look like that, and will neglect what they need for what they want. That could be you too, but you ain't gonna admit it. I know I've done it. I'm guilty. I done put money on wants and neglected needs before in my life. I don't do it now, but I have. And I'm willing to bet the majority of y'all have too. Stop blaming other folks for what we gave them. You tired of these millionaires and billionaires? Stop spending with them. Other than that, sit back and watch them ball. Cut up what you're doing, and you're helping them. If it ain't your needs, it's a want. You only got two things when you consume. You have wants and you have needs when you spending your money. Are you spending your money on mostly wants, or are you spending them on needs? And I guarantee you most of us are guilty of spending too much money on what we want. Therefore creating all these, that's where these billionaires come from. They come from our gluttony. Buying more than what we need. They saw a chance to take advantage of our greed. And we don't want to accept responsibility, so what we do, we blame them for giving us what we wanted. If we didn't want it, they couldn't sell it. And if they couldn't sell it, they wouldn't be billionaires. Bernie Sanders, you're wrong. Big War gonna tell you right. We got the power. You may not agree with me, you ain't got to. The truth don't care who agree with it. It's still the truth. If there's a few 100 million of us, how you gonna tell me 1,000 people got more power than us? Unless we gave it to them. They didn't take it. They're outnumbered. They beat us up here. And when somebody like me come along and tell you, you're gonna reject it. It's Trump. Wow, it's coming. Anyway, it's up to you. Are you a man or are you a mouse? You gonna keep listening to Bernie Sanders and playing victim and talking about them billionaires and how they doing you? Or are you gonna take your power back? It's up to you. Get it, got it, good.
No one will.
Bye.
Congratulations. I hope you've got the hearts of all.
Thank you.
Oh shit, I didn't even have the experience today. I didn't have the experience thing on. Shit. That sucks. Alright, I knew I was missing the main mission thing. Because you gotta kick that guy's ass to be in charge. Let's see. Big war in America's become a disaster because of billionaires. Oh. You wouldn't think that way if you were a billionaire. Oh boy.
It's Monday.
Alright. Alert. Trump warns we are close to another depression. We have a major debt crisis.
December 30th, 2020.
Jeremiah Babe.
24. Thank you so much for joining me today. A lot to talk about. I'm going to share a bunch of articles with you. Feel free to comment down below on any of this. I want to start with this first one today. This has been floating around all over the internet on a lot of different news channels. Donald Trump warns U.S. may be forced into economic depression as $36 trillion debt crisis spirals out of control. You can already see the writing on the wall. This administration, the present administration right now, sending so much money to other countries. We are racking up so much debt right now, and we have been for many, many years. And of course, this is going to be thrown on the lap of the new administration. We've got the debt ceiling, we've got the wars. It's unbelievable how much debt we are producing every minute in this country. And Trump is warning that we're going to be forced into a 1929 style depression as the debt crisis spirals out of control. Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. He's already warning us what is coming. He already knows what they're doing. This is going to get messy in 2025. Again, let me know your thoughts on this. Can it be avoided? I don't think so. And as we're talking about the debt crisis, as we're talking about another Great Depression, Dow closes down 400 points as Wall Street limps into year end. Now, what was interesting about today is earlier when I woke up and I turned on Fox Business, market was down 700. Dow was down 725 points. I think it was down near 800 points at one point. Started coming back. 10-year bond yield was 4.53. Yesterday, I think it was, 4.63? So you know the Fed is in there buying bonds, that's for sure. But going back to what happened with the Dow, being down almost 800 points earlier today, then at one point it was only down around 225 points, closed down though, 418 points. But we're witnessing this volatility. You're witnessing the Fed coming in and buying bonds, trying to cool things down. This market was getting out of control really, really quick this morning. So the invisible hand came in and calmed everything down, even though we were still down 418 points. NASDAQ down 235. Bitcoin, as I make this video, down 1,700, sitting at 91,800. Gold was down $13. Sitting at 26.06, and as I said earlier, the 10-year bond yield at 4.53. Very crazy volatility. The invisible hand is definitely behind the scenes pulling some of the levers for sure. But I think that we're going to see a crazy year in regards to the stock market 2025. And I think that this next administration is going to have their hands full with a failing economy, a failing stock market, a failing housing market, a failing commercial real estate market, a failing bond market, you name it. Things are going to fail. U.S. credit card defaults soar to highest level in 14 years. Fox Business. Credit card defaults jumped 50% in 2024. The bottom third of the U.S. consumers are tapped out, and they have absolutely zero in savings. This is a huge concern, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into 2025. And I've been making these videos for years, begging people, get the debts paid off, avoid going into debt, don't use these credit cards, pay cash, don't live over your heads here, because what is coming is going to be catastrophic, and it's going to be extremely catastrophic for people who are drowning in debt. Loan balances have more than doubled. People are not paying off the balances. The balances are getting bigger at 23, 25, 27, 30%. The credit card bubble isn't just popping, it says. It's a full-blown warning siren for the economy. Somebody wrote this actually on X today. Let me repeat this. The credit card bubble isn't just popping. It's a full-blown warning siren for the economy. So right now we're looking at rising inflation, sky-high interest rates, and people have zero savings. This is a really deadly combination for the average American as we head into, as Trump just said, quite possibly a depression. We're heading into something very, very bad in 2025. Household debt, $17.94 trillion. You look at mortgage debt in America, $12.59 trillion. Auto loans, $1.64 trillion. Student loan debt, $1.61 trillion. Credit card debt, $1.17 trillion. And it goes on and on and on. This is really concerning, ladies and gentlemen. I know that people are very optimistic about 2025. I am too, but we cannot be naive here. Got to understand the danger that this country is in financially. You've got to be connecting the dots right now. You've got to be paying attention. You've got to be protecting yourself financially. WolfStreet.com. San Francisco house prices drop back to 2019. Condo prices back to 2015 as tech jobs in the city and Silicon Valley evaporate after drunken hiring binge. So we're seeing more layoffs. And I bring this up because what you're seeing happening in San Francisco, in the job market, in the real estate market. This is going to happen in many other places across America, and it's happening right now. We look at San Francisco. Home prices are down 15.4% from the peak of 2022. So if you bought a house just 2 years ago for $1 million in San Francisco, which is basically a shack, you've already lost over $150,000. You've already lost $150,000. And if you don't have a job, you don't have a house. And we're going to see this take place throughout the country. People with good income cannot afford a house right now. What happens when those people lose their jobs or their spouse loses a job? It's not going to be easy to go buy a house. And we're going to see more problems in the housing market. Another one from wolfstreet.com. Buyers' strike continues. Pending home sales remain deep in the frozen zone through up a tad from rock bottom. Pending home sales plunged 20.1% from October to November. If we look at the sales plunge, if we go back to November of 2022, pending sales are actually up 4.4%. If we go back to November 2021, pending home sales are down 33.5%. November 2020, pending home sales are down 37.2%. November of 2019, pending home sales are down 26.9%. And remember, roughly about 20% of pending home sales fall out of escrow. They do not close. So another big concern. Here's one from The Hedge today. Chicago PMI plummets near health crisis lows as small business and CEO confidence soars. So if we look under the hood here, a couple highlights. New orders fell at a faster pace, signaling contraction. Employment fell at a slower pace, signaling contraction. Inventories fell at a faster pace, signaling contraction. Production fell at a faster pace, signaling contraction. Order backlogs fell at a slower pace, signaling contraction. This is not good news as we head into 2025. And I think maybe now, I don't know, it's weird, but maybe the markets are beginning to recognize this. I don't know. We know that the markets are extremely manipulated, but we're going to see a lot more real data coming out beginning January of 2025. Less manipulation. Why? We have a new administration. They're going to blame it on somebody. It's going to be this administration. Just my thoughts. Government spending will cause the next financial crisis. This also on The Hedge today. Protect yourself, ladies and gentlemen, from currency debasement. Please protect yourself. I don't give financial advice. I just share with you daily what I'm doing, what people around me are doing. I think that with the pullback in metals, this is a great time to buy some gold and silver, especially gold, way less volatile. I would be looking at gold right now. Again, not financial advice. If you need a good place, you need a recommendation, go to my link down below, SD Bullion. Crises are never caused by building excessive exposure to high-risk assets. Crisis can only happen when investors and government bodies, households accumulate risk in assets where most believe there is little to no risk. NVIDIA, Bitcoin, government bonds, etc. People for years have been ignoring the risk. They don't believe anything bad can happen. There can be no collapse. There can be no correction. Things go up forever. These people are really gambling. They are really rolling the dice here, ladies and gentlemen. I truly do believe we're going to see big trouble in 2025. We've seen big trouble already in 2024. We have inflation running out of control. We've got wars running out of control. We got debts and deficits out of control. We have crime out of control. We are absolutely out of control at this point. And anybody who says, where's the collapse? There's something wrong with you. You need to wake up. You need help. You need to open your eyes. This is a very slow collapse, and it's been going on for years. And it continues and continues and it continues to get worse. Open your eyes. Look, maybe you're worth multi-millions of dollars and living in Laguna Beach, and you have your groceries delivered, and somebody drives you around a Rolls Royce. Maybe at that point you're in a bubble and you just don't see these things and you're oblivious to it. But the average person going to the grocery store, writing out a check for their health insurance, their auto insurance, their property taxes, they understand that things are collapsing right now and they cannot keep up with the price of bacon, steak, chicken, you name it. They just cannot do it. People cannot cut any more out of their life. They are tapped out on the credit cards. They have no savings. They're in big trouble. So if you don't believe things are collapsing, you obviously are worth multi-millions of dollars, or you're just fooling and lying to yourself. Newsweek, Joe Biden announces huge $2.5 billion boost to Ukraine's defense. Who is paying for this? Well, of course, we're paying for this. How is this not going to be even more inflationary when we're paying for this? Here's another one. Biden unveils $5.9 billion in military and budget aid to Ukraine as pre-Trump surge continues. This on the Hedge today. Again, how is this not going to be inflationary? They cannot write checks fast enough before this new administration comes in. They are racking up billions and billions and billions of dollars more of debt. They're going to hand it over to you. This will be passed down to your kids. This is absolutely, to me, criminal what is going on, and they're really just trying to lay booby traps for the next administration. They don't care what happens to the American people. They don't care what happens to this country. They just care, it seems to me, about just destruction. They're creating massive amounts of inflation. What they're doing with the wall, what they were trying to do, selling it off for 5 cents on the dollar after we all paid for that. I mean, absolutely criminal, in my opinion. This is not political. This is right versus wrong. We have people in North Carolina literally living in teepees while it's snowing outside, and we're handing over almost another $6 billion in military and budget aid. This is absolutely atrocious. It's repulsive. It is criminal, in my opinion. And again, it's not political. It is right versus wrong. We need to be taking care of our own people right now, not cutting checks for another $6 billion. U.S. Treasury says Chinese hackers stole documents in major incident. We don't know the impact yet of how bad this really was, but this was on Reuters. U.S. Treasury Department said a state-sponsored Chinese hacking operation was able to use third-party software to access the desktop computers of Treasury employees. They're calling this a major incident. They were able, this Chinese hackers were able to override certain security measures and access workstations. We don't know what they got, how much they got, but apparently they got something. And we are quite vulnerable, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very vulnerable. So while we're sending billions of dollars all over the world, while we're sending munitions, while we've depleted our strategic oil reserves,
it worked.
We cannot even now protect the computers at the Treasury Department. We are very, very vulnerable, ladies and gentlemen. Balloons flying over, drones flying over. You talk about a collapse. We have literally a security collapse here in America. And now all this technology, sophisticated technology that is surpassing America, hypersonic missiles, the White Emperor jet that China just came out with, all of this technology, computer technology, where they can, break into the Treasury Department, water treatment facilities, other agencies, colleges, hospitals, it's absolute military bases. It just goes on and on. Banks. We are just, who knows, days away, months away from something really, really big happening. And anybody that just believes that nothing bad can happen to America, you better start really paying attention to what is going on and what is happening right now behind the scenes. The technology they have now to hack into our agencies is very, very scary. And we're going to wake up one day and you're going to turn on your lights, you're going to turn on your water, you're going to turn on your gas. None of it's going to work. You're going to look at your bank account on your computer or on your phone. It's not going to work. Then you're going to rush to an ATM or to your bank and they're going to be closed. The doors are closed, the ATMs are down, and you're only going to have yourself to blame. Because if you didn't know, with all these warning signs, what was coming and the potential of what was to come, and you did nothing about it, you did not prepare, then you can only blame the person in the mirror. There's no politician, there's no banker, there's nobody to blame but yourself. Please make sure you are preparing on a daily basis, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. We have never lived in a more threatening time than the time we're in right now. Please heed the warning, ladies and gentlemen. Be preparing, be aware of what's going on, do your due diligence, look out for your family. I'm going to leave it there today. God bless every one of you. Please be careful out there. Please pray for this country. Pray for this next administration. Pray for peace. God bless. Take care.
Sorry, I forgot I muted. What he said is true. We decided not to get involved with government because we're too busy being afraid of government. We're afraid of the consequences of upsetting the masters. But the truth is we're their masters, and we have to accept responsibility for allowing them to spend the money like fools. They're a bunch of fools, arrogant fools over there in charge, and they shouldn't even be there. Most of them are just corrupt as fuck. But anyway, let's see. Anton Daniels. Oh, is this live?
They don't support you.
The moral of the story is, and don't cut this part out. The moral of the story is, I share this story for two reasons. One, because it's happening right now and I'm very upset. Two, because I just want y'all ladies to have an example. It's not a lot of ladies that really watch this as much as men, but I want y'all to see how men really think. So yeah, be very, very, very cutthroat on these niggas. Do not let when you meet these men at first, when you meet them, like that, if you don't want a man with kids, cut it right there. Don't let the feelings get involved. Don't be nice. Don't give in at all, because they're not going to give in at all on you. They're not going to be like, oh, woe is me to you. So don't be woe is me to them, because they're not going to show no mercy. You see example right here.
Liz, you acting out right now. Wow. He just told you he loved you 2 days ago.
Wow.
Fine. It's fine, but y'all not going to show no mercy. A kid later and 4 years later, just like, oh, just deal with it. Cool.
No, but that's not what we're saying. We saying that you need to change your perspective. You and whoever house he at right now, y'all should be best friends.
No. Ladies, please do not do this to yourself. Do not.
Okay.
And I'm just curious, how is that healthy to have a community of women? Like what? Because he just has like a stove full of like his pots are all his stove is full of pots. Like there's less chance of like health issues, or like what is it?
It's because it's already happened. It already went down. The best case scenario in this moment is to get along and work together. It's like it's food bars fucked up beyond all reasons, but what are we going to do now? Are we going to argue and fight, which only going to take us backwards, or are we going to work together? Because it's like, Liz,
we solutions oriented
or whatever.
That's what men do.
That's what we do.
Men are solutions oriented. See, the thing that we saying right now don't have nothing to do with us per se. But this is more or less about how can we create the best environment. See, you letting your emotions get the best of you. That's not best for the kids. You know, the women traditionally, this is facts. Women traditionally always made the sacrifice based off of what was best for the children. And so we don't look at, okay, where did you come from? We look at how do we solve for this problem going forward. And y'all letting y'all emotions get the best of y'all, we can't afford to do that. We got to think logically.
Right. And Liz, what were your kids?
Like, it's still, he had these children or whatever, but still you accepted those children, and whatever he told you Whatever he told you after that or before, it don't even matter, because now, like I said,
that's the
this
fact.
is where we're at. It's like a map. You are here. You know what I mean?
And more importantly, when those kids grow up, they gonna want to know who their brothers and sisters are.
Well, it's not the
Right.
I don't speak to any
Okay, so I understand that part. I understand getting along with like the half siblings and whoever for like the most effective part. But the way I understood Liz's story was it's the unbabied women.
No.
So you're asking for a solution.
Turn a hoe to a housewife because we know her past and where we're trying to go with it. Can you turn a hoe to a housewife? This is the same scenario, just the man version. He already has 2 babies with 2 baby mamas, and she still went along.
And they need to be working together to get the kids in the same schools together. They need to be working together to make sure that they have Christmas together. Everybody should be working together.
Because to your point, the solution would have been to not be with a man that had the children, so that she wouldn't have to be in a situation where now she has a child and her child has to, share daddy, or she has to share daddy because of the fact that he had prior children. So that's the thing, is like we have to advocate for not even dealing and getting in situationships in general, but like, especially men with children. If you do not have any children, like you're literally putting yourself in a predicament where you're going to have to. I mean, it's just not.
That one I agree with you on that one, because especially like if you're dating someone and someone says, "Oh, let's be in a situationship," but ultimately you'd like to be in a long-term marriage, whatever it is that it is. It's very hard to switch from situationship to like one-on-one or from friends with benefits to something else. So I can get that part.
You got a championship team. Why are you trying to change up the playbook? It's a winning formula and a championship team out there on the court. Why y'all trying to You know what the biggest problem about Shaq and Kobe? They could have won way more championships, but they didn't. Because everybody wanted to be the main player. Nobody wanted to play their role. We looked at them as Shaq and Kobe. We didn't look at them as individuals. We loved them both.
That's a fact.
But instead, you could be D Wade, you could be LeBron on the Heat, and you could be Chris Bosh, and y'all can get a legacy together. Or you could have been Chris Bosh without them, and he wouldn't have no championships. You know what I'm saying? It's always better to come together as a team. Kevin Love was great on the Timberwolves, but Kevin Love would not be having any championships until he got with LeBron James. Kyrie Irving's only ring in his best years was when he was with LeBron. We loved Kyrie, but we hated him at the same time because Kyrie went through a little bit of a turmoil. He went through a little bit of kerfuffle. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let you have this one.
All I'm saying is we better together than we are apart. And when the community starts working together instead of comparing themselves, because comparison is the thief of joy, just remember this: it's 1,000 women that'll kill to be in your position.
Yep.
Right.
Well taken care of, loved, not being abused, treated well. Listen, you're the one that's shining the most on this platform right now. I see all of the jewels, the bedazzled, the diamonds. You well taken care of. You ain't even got them cheek blinds. You got the good shit.
I was like this before.
Well, it looked like he ain't bring you down. He straight up kept you elevated, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Don't let them women keep you from what's yours, girl.
That's right.
And I'll tell you the truth, bro. Most women, dog, they keep getting tired of their other half and significant other and be wanting time alone and all that stuff. And really, if you didn't have it, you see how much of a benefit you in a position you actually are in. Let him come home and be all up in your space all the time. You want to watch Netflix, he want to watch sports. You want to, he coming home, hey, cook me this, cook me that. You know what I'm saying? Eventually.
He's not even that type of person. He's so chill. I can tell he's the type of dude that's chill. He ain't trying to cause no waves. He's trying to make sure your life is great.
What you like about it?
Right now, I can only think about what I don't like. I don't like.
Oh wow.
Wow. Man, I'm telling y'all, Anton, I told you earlier.
Was he your type when you chose him? Was that your type?
All right, y'all.
We got to move the super. We got to read the super.
Right, get the super chat, because Lord of mercy.
Liz.
Or the story.
You
Don't
winning,
change
Dave.
it.
Don't listen to what they telling you.
Don't try to. Where's them? Like, she signed up for that shit 4 years later. Like, you don't know. But let's get to the super chat. Shout out to you, T, once again. Thank you. It got excited with Kevin, not Angel. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Shout out to y'all in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Paige coming this year and Juju coming soon. So Angel got a small window before she forgot. Might as well find her exit for ASAP. Angel Reese showed us a wax mud of her. Oh.
A wax mold of her, yeah.
Mold. Oh, she did. Okay. Anton, you should cover Mississippi Valley State HBCU that was invited to the inauguration that has black people acting stupid. Hey, we don't know Dwight might have dug into. Who would ever love WNBA as much as NBA? Please tell me who.
Stand by for examination and
to be fair,
suggested
the NBA wasn't profitable till the 80s. It took 30 to 40 years to be profitable. Who lined up to see Brittany Griner in boy shorts? Bring Charleston White on the Please ask Desalinas, is he Haitian? Because that's the Haitian Revolution name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, he Haitian. What is their most popular female sport that men and women view the most? I say gymnastics, the Olympics, and wrestling. The WNBA is an example of women saying equals rights, but they do not even support the WNBA, a league full of women. Facts. Good evening to Anton and Chasers. Hello, Antonio. Hey, V. Hey, Q, Anton and Molly. Nice to see V and Cameron again. Shout out to Molly. Shout out to Molly in the chat. Be blessed. Most men just want who wants them. No standards. Not you gonna bust it open for some random on the first meetup, but make me wait like it's a prize. I don't want it. Having standards as a man can mean perma celibacy. Respect is greater than love all day. If I say I mean it, and it shows. Shout out to Mika. Yo, Phoenix. Just use what wants somebody to love. Phrase from Jim Carrey and Cable Guy. Love is having a fight, going 2 separate rooms to cool off, then getting that text that says, come get this dinner plate, and you physically don't speak. Well, you better not see this episode. Please leave situationships in 2000.
You mean
But
24?
if about her baby daddy not to be rude, somebody's phone is buzzing, mute that. They would rather be a rich man's fling than a broke man's queen. Here it is, Liz therapy session. Please leave situationships in 2024. Liz is on Insta advertising herself. Why do you think he would want to commit to you when you do that? You want him to get down and you out doing that. He be kissing her teeth when the message hit home. She better off staying in his haram. Okay. The Bible speaks of men with multiple wives. Don't argue with me. Argue with the Bible. TMI, Liz. TMI, don't let Anton pull out like over you. Question, Liz, is he paying 100% of the bills? Is that what you agree to? Most 1 to 5% of top earning men are not monogamous. And it's not cheating if you told your friend it was honest. Lover girls. Men being monogamous in the Bible isn't about women's feelings. It has to do with God's commandment to man. It has nothing to do with what woman wants. Anton was a pimp in his former life. Anton wants people to hop on the men only memory train so bad he brings it damn near everywhere. And he's not even poly. Jen, see what the Bible says about a wife. Ladies, don't marry someone who twists scripture. There, I said it. Lives in a situation with Nick Cannon. Girl, he's gone already. Leave him today. I hate when women say this phrase, I need to find myself, while in the 20s telling until they was 30 plus. That's where dear folks came from. Let's call a spade. Nobody likes to get cheated on. Liz, he doesn't want you. Use him for his money. That's what Molly said. Shout out to Molly. Love isn't inherently monogamous. That's female thinking. Anton told y'all the truth. Liz got the LaToya Luckett song on repeat. To the women that keep saying men will fornicate with anything, men have love. They love all and don't discriminate based on looks and money. Most women are inherently evil and judge love based on looks and money. You said you wasn't going to lead us wrong. Ali done came from the dark side. Welcome back, Cam. Definitely love seeing you. Yo, what the FQ talking about? I used to be the womanizer. I've changed drastically. Why do people say wax you like people don't change? Get the fuck. That's not what I meant by that, sir. But women know the man you have can't complain now. Oh, women know the man you have can't complain now. Mm-hmm. The question you ask yourself before even trying to get involved in a relationship is, how much do I love myself? Anton got no smoke for a single baby mama, Liz. Liz living in a soap opera. Pass the popcorn. If you're doing everything right, why leave? The panel changing topic to focus on Liz's situation discussion, which is good to discuss, but my advice to Liz, be wise of the choices you make. Anton's simping real hard right now. Come on, big dog. Being a stepdad is like playing story mode on so many else's PlayStation. This is a prime example of the majority of women wanting the same small percentage of men. 80% of black men that never been married with multiple baby mamas versus 60% of black women that never been married with multiple baby daddies. Marry before you carry, shawty. Wow, this panel showed me how women sabotage each other. She got 80% of what she needs, and you're trying to push her to take a risk to get 100%. Then, when she lose everything and go negative, ghost. Y'all want to act like Big Mama didn't have outside kid on Big Daddy back in the day, so women were not all flowers. Is she going to take her own vice or not? Yo, look, trauma is the new feminist Gen Z theatrical drama. Most people don't learn from other people's mistakes. They have to make the mistakes to learn from them. Sorry, if you're prized, why are you single? Men don't leave trash in the streets. They claim prizes. Shout out to Diamond. Diamond, if you want to join the panel, hit me on IG, girl. I just seen Liz's Instagram in her house is on it. She should not be complaining at all. Be the sixth man, Liz Lowe. Get the championship ring. We all need a silly rabbit like Liz on the roster. How do I get on the stream? You gotta message me on IG. So only look at man's history and actions only when dating, not their words at all. Got it. Anton, she is what in the game? Call up punk rock. Cousin Anton, come check me out. Alexa, play That Boy Is Mine by Brandy Monica. Liz was a side chick and now she's the main chick. Cam, you married, just asking. She's married. And shout out to everybody that sent a super chat. We do appreciate you guys. We see you guys. Hey, can y'all do us a favor? Big favor. Just hit like. Hit like. It's free. Okay. Oh, Alexa, stop. Dang, Alexa heard me from here. Hit a like, you guys. It's free. Share this with your baby mama, baby daddies, whoever in your little group chat that you guys got. Since we are talking about single mothers, okay, this topic is coming up next. Okay, it's a great segue since we're talking about yeah. And don't cap Q. You said F-boy will always be an F-boy. No, I was basically making the ration. If you know how he is, women try to change a man, and same thing with men. Like if you know she's a hoe, don't try to make her into a housewife. Like, she's showing you who she is. Okay? But, let's go into this segue of the baby mama's video. Anybody, baby daddies or baby mamas on the panel? Got kids, not married?
You got kids.
You got
engaged.
Kids? You engaged?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. Damn. Never knew you could get engaged. Shout out to you.
Now, I get engaged all the time, Q. Most of us men can.
Let's segue. Not all the time. It's crazy.
Anytime.
Okay. Let's watch this
As
video.
easy as all this single parent shit looks, bro, this shit is really fucking hard when your mental is beating your fucking life. Like, I just want to cry so fucking bad right now, but I can't. Life is just so fucking crazy to me. Like, what people believe to be the happiest people are really going through the hardest fucking times in life. And like, you literally have to pep talk yourself every fucking day and just keep going. Like, it is literally not fucking easy being me. But every day I have to look myself in the fucking mirror and give me a fucking pep talk that I one day hope I fucking believe so I can finally feel better about my motherfucking life. I just need a fucking break. But then I remember there's somebody out here who is living a worse life than me, and I just need to be grateful because in some form of way, I am living in a prayer that I want to ask God for.
I'm sorry, I was laughing during that, but do women regret being single mothers? I'm sorry,
I think some of them do for sure.
Huh?
I think some of them do for sure. It's not. I know of people that's like, I talk with them and they do say, this is hard because of X, Y, and Z. So, it would be stupid to think that every mother that ended up being a single mother just loves their position. Maybe if they have like a great job and their financial needs are met, then maybe they're a little bit happier than most. But I mean, I'm sure some of them kind of regret what led them there, basically.
Yeah, I agree with V. I think, and I like how she didn't kind of divulge into like other things. She just kind of spoke on herself. And I saw a lot of accountability in that video, and I just feel like she feels how a lot of women feel. So yeah,
I think.
Why you laughing?
Where do you see the accountability?
So I didn't see accountability.
Because she didn't because what we see most of the time is women talking about the man. She didn't do that. She was just talking about how hard it is for her, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like she just.
But how's that accountability though?
Well, she did talk about how hard she has it, but she didn't say, like, for me, accountability would have been like something like, the partner I chose, I saw, like, I noticed some red flags, I ignored it. I thought it would be better, it did not, and or my mom, my friend, somebody told me that maybe I should do a different path. I didn't, and yeah, this is hard, but I have to live with it. Like, I would see that more as accountability as saying just, it's hard. Yeah, that's more of her saying, like, not sugarcoating it. So if someone is like, oh, I can do it on my own, if they happen to stumble on her video, well, maybe it'll make them think that, okay, can I really do it on my own? Like, can I?
Accountability is probably the wrong word. I just like how she didn't point the fingers. That's what I'll say. She didn't point the fingers. She just kind of talked about the struggle that she's having. You know what I'm saying? And I think,
talking about she didn't start instantly blaming the man, pretty much.
Right, like she didn't go into the whole, it's his fault, and like, that's that. And I just feel like that's what we see a lot of the time. It's like,
any single mom who looks at the situation and doesn't and isn't guilty about not having that other partner in there and seeing how hard it is, and they just happy. I say they selfish, like. Just to have a kid and not be able to, not even care about that other side, the other 50%, the raising the family and all that stuff. But I feel like some people just have a kid because it's like it's cute to some nudity, like that. It's cute to them, and once you have that kid, you have this awakening. It's like, yo, you're putting somebody else before you, and you footing the bill for it, And once that realization comes into effect. It's like I said, it's an awakening, and I feel like she's just realized that awakening. She about everything else. She thought about the baby and how cute her and that other dude's baby was gonna be, and that's how a lot of babies they just say how cute these babies gonna be. If I have a baby with him, it's gonna be cute. They don't think about everything else. And I got 2 kids. I'm just saying.
Word of your amazing.
I mean, so I guess I would just have to say, how many like testimonials do we have to hear before it's like, okay, we need to stop congratulating and hurrahing them for sharing their stories. Like every single mother it's hard for every single one of them. They're all having some type of struggle, whether it be emotionally, financially, mentally, whatever that looks like for them, because it's a 2-person job being done for one, ideally. So it's like, how many testimonials do they have to give? How many videos of crying moms? Everybody's under the comments in the videos, saying how strong she is, but it's like, I mean, that's the unfortunate.
Are there any videos of single fathers crying? About having their child on TikTok. I don't know. That's a real question I have.
I feel like there's very few of them. I had recently just made a post about the Houston rapper out here whose daughter was kidnapped by his by his baby mama, and she kidnapped his child. She's been missing for 4 months now. They don't know where his child is at. And people were literally under his videos talking about shaming him because he didn't speak up soon enough, talking about how we need to get to her side of the story to make sure he's not lying. And it's just like, I shared the story because it's like, why is it that when a man is awarded full custody he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, it's always, well, why did he get full custody? Are we sure he wasn't, doing this and doing that? And it's like, why can't he just be congratulated for doing what he's supposed to be doing? And even though he should not have to fight for his child, that he did so and won.
Right. There's no mercy when it comes to single fathers, but as far as single mothers, they have all the public support. Not only like through culture, but also in the the law system and the courthouses and all of that stuff. So, I don't feel any pity watching that video. To be honest, I thought it was kind of funny. But then again, I don't even know the situation of why she became a single mother. Why didn't she stay with her partner? I don't know if it was petty. I don't know if it was something like that.
I was going to say the same thing, not as harsh as you did, but I was going to say that I don't really have sympathy for that, because even in a situation of Trey the Truth, like, you shouldn't congratulate a man for doing for what he's supposed to do. You shouldn't congratulate a dad for doing what he's supposed to do, or a mom for doing what she's supposed to do. Certain times you put yourselves in those situations to where you have to deal with that. You're an adult. You made those choices. That's what you're going to have to deal with. So I didn't really have sympathy for it. Sorry, she's going through that.
I think I screwed up. I did something wrong.
I thought it was funny. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know, because why are you doing that on social media?
Yeah.
Like,
to answer your question, Q, I do agree with you. I mean, agree.
Like, why? Like, that's why I think it's funny. Like, are you doing? Because a lot of this stuff sometimes online they doing it for views.
What can I do?
Pity, get the little women to be on their side. I don't know. But the video was all over the place. One time she's boo-hoo, and then she's like this. And I'm like, damn, is she bipolar? Because it's like going in different directions. And it's like, do women, when you feel that way, did you feel that way when you had the baby shower? When you were actually pregnant? Or is it just when you figure out, oh, this is what motherhood looks like? Like, oh, I gotta do this, and this. Like, people don't think that through, and then you want to put it online.
And you don't reward a fish for swimming. That's what they do. Like, you're a mother. Unfortunately, your situation didn't work out. I'm happy you kept the baby. I'm pro-life. But like, that's the situation that you put yourself in. So I'm not going to have sympathy for that. And then, like you say, you're getting on the internet crying. I don't know. And I'm a very compassionate person, but not for that. Mm-mm.
I just want to answer the question. I think most women do regret being single mothers. After they figure out everything, they regret it.
I don't think they do. I don't. Oh, go ahead, Anton.
No, y'all don't have a heart. Y'all so mean.
Why would we?
I don't think it's about having a heart. I don't think it's about having a heart, because I kind of get what Jerry's saying, because I kind of like went, I guess, through the same thoughts, because I'm like, oh, well, yeah, it sucks, it's hard, but I mean, that's the circumstances. Like, there's not me going like, oh my gosh, like, I feel for you, or laughing, or like being angry. It's not gonna change her life. I mean, and then for all we know, later on, we might find out that, like, she's just doing a skit or something or whatever it is. But like, the point is, like, she's a single, like, she ended up a single mother. She has difficulties with that, and that's like,
y'all
you just have to deal with it.
Community helping y'all, huh?
No, like, my family. Personally,
I think most single moms regret it. They regret it.
Why
you said
should
single moms regret it?
I do think that most, if however the single motherhood happened, you come to a point where you regret it.
But not for none of the good reasons. I think it's a case by case scenario. Now how they did it or how it came about, I don't know. But I think at some point when they realize what it's really about, what parenthood, what family, what taking that kid to school, feeding it, providing for it, it could be a special need, whatever the case may be. When it really comes down to being a parent, I do think that single mothers have some sort of regret. They want to be with the man. They want to be with the father of their kid. It's because it's built into us to want that. Right, and I disagree with you wholeheartedly. It's just
and that's fine.
Most women don't go back to their men. They don't try to cooperate with their men.
They don't try to allow the man to be the leader. They don't try to allow the man to be the protector and provider and let him run the house. They want control of that man. And she'll do it again. And she'll continue to keep looking for step crash dummies that Anton be talking about, that who enable them and validate them, and they just keep repeating the cycle. If you truly regretted your decision, you try to get the father of your child back. That's what you would truly do if you picked them for the right reasons. But every time I'm almost done, sister.
No, go ahead.
Every time we have these conversations, somehow the women always pick the wrong guy, but she overlooked the good guy. But then after she overlooked the wrong guy and gave the best of herself to that guy, she wants the good guys that she want to give the rest to. That's what I keep saying. Like, they want the good guys to pick up the pieces. So then why shouldn't what Anton be pushing, men be polygamous? It doesn't benefit them to save a community of women.
Well, I can respond to you,
I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm just looking at it on a case by case.
I would argue that most women can't get their baby daddy back. I mean,
if they truly regretted it, the way they get women to run behind feminism, the LGBT movement, Black Lives Matter, everything. Sexual liberation especially. Hey, y'all, we need to change course and make sure we marry before we kill.
We can't hear your mic.
You're muted.
Oh, you keep talking on your mic this time.
We can't hear you.
Your mic is off. Your mic is off.
We can't hear you. We can't
Mic
hear
is
you.
off.
No.
No, he's absolutely right though, because y'all was just trying to tell Liz that she need to move on.
Good.
Why are you saying that? I know for a fact I never told her to move on. That's not what I said.
Initially, y'all was saying it before.
Initially, I did not tell Liz to move on. I never told her that. I never told her that.
I was trying to get the context and better understand her.
And
y'all was, see, again, I personally believe, just like Ali, I think that he's 100% right. I don't think most of y'all regret it. I think y'all are just asking for sympathy, but that it doesn't necessarily translate into regret, because most of the time y'all do it again. And that's why y'all see a lot of people have multiple baby daddies, like, you know what I'm saying, and multiple children by multiple baby daddies, because if you truly regretted it, if it was truly something that you were sorrowful for, then that usually leads to changed behavior. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we see in the community. That's not what we see from people that then celebrate and champion women, often at times having multiple different children from multiple different men, and women encouraging women to leave men that they have children with. And so I've stopped trying to convince people, and I've jumped on the bandwagon too. Congratulations, sis. I'm with it.
I think they regret it.
That toxicity, I'm embracing it 100%. I love toxicity in the black community. It is so fun. This is the most fun that I've had. When I finally started embracing how toxic the culture is, I said, you know what? It's fun as hell out here. Ain't nothing like looking in the window shopping and seeing a fight inside of the window. I'm pulling out my phone just like everybody else. I'm not calling the police. I'm not trying to fix nobody. I think y'all should go out here, get it, sis. I think you should have children. I think you should fuck as many men as you want. I think you should go and pass diseases back and forth to each other. I think y'all should let it rip. I think you should let him bust it down from behind right after he just got done being a bottom. I'm all for liberation.
Whoa.
I'm all for
He always goes off on the deep end.
No, because we gotta get it on.
Logic against y'all.
No, it's not.
You don't really get to emphasize it as much as you emphasize it, unless you really get deep down into what y'all really dealing with. I think that y'all should get prep. I think y'all should just get prep is apparently something I just learned about. Yeah. I think y'all should just let it rip. Do what you want to do, jump from man to man, and come on TikTok before Trump, don't unban it. Come on TikTok, tell your stories so we can see what's really going on in these streets.
No, keep it off of TikTok.
I think that is absolutely, positively the most awesome thing that I've ever seen in my time. I am embracing the culture. I am encouraging you guys. I'm not gonna try to save y'all from yourself no more. Do your thing. Y'all don't, because why would I try to save you from yourself and you don't really regret it? You regret not feeling good about yourself in the moment. And when you wake up in the morning, it's not like you're gonna give the kid to the father. Most fathers want their kids in their lives. It's not like you're gonna do the best thing for the kid. It's not like you just want sympathy. You don't want to change. You don't want change.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think that most women regret being single mothers. I think that they embrace it. I think that women are agents of chaos, and I'm an agent right along with you.
So I don't think it's about single motherhood. I think women regret and resent being mothers in general. Like, I don't even really think it's specific to single motherhood. I think a lot of women regret becoming mothers and then resent the life that they did not have and or could have had they not had their children, because it to me it just seems like a lot of the times when they're having these, like, you know, cry rage out sessions online, they're crying about things that they're like unable to do, you know, not having free time, not being able to do certain things, not being able to experience certain things. And it's just like, but you shouldn't have had to need a child to understand that your life is literally not over, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's catered to the child once you have a child. And it just, to me, I don't think
You think that they cater to the child, Kim? Once they have a child? What you think, they should behavior change?
Well,
You
no.
think they become better people?
No.
Well, it's not that. It's more that, like, you know, they have the child and they're trying to do life as they did it before they had a child, and and it's not working. They have a kid. Maybe they have a mom that they can, like, drop the kid off like half the time or not. But if they don't, they have to come with the fact that no, I can't do what I used to do, and they have to grieve that. And some people, or some women, I should say in this case, they're not able to come to grips with that and grieve that and say, okay, this chapter of my life is over. I need to be a mother, and they get upset about that. If they're not upset about the whole concept of motherhood, then they're upset about this no good guy that I was with. He said he was going to be there for me, and he was going to take care of us, and he left, and so they are upset about that. So it's either the concept of motherhood or the partner, because they'll be like, oh, if it wasn't him, if I would have been with this other person, it would have been so much better. But that's not necessarily like guaranteed.
I believe in being toxic. I believe in all of these things.
That's horrible.
I think that guy should go out there and date single moms while we at it.
Oh God!
I think that
what
did he say?
Date single mothers. I think that. Listen,
Have
single
fun.
moms are. You guys are like. You like the spin cycle inside of the washing machine.
I think
It's the
I
part-
think
no,
that they regret who
seriously.
they had the
Do
children
y'all know what the
with.
spin cycle inside of the washing machine is? The spin cycle inside of the washing machine, and I literally just came up with this off the fly. The kids never, like, if you look at how kids played, like how they used to play with, like, on a wash, they don't, like, sit on a dryer. They sit on a washing machine. Why? Because the spin cycle is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fun. You don't know what's going to happen. It could be something heavy in there that's making it jump a little bit higher and lower. Like, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Embrace them for who they are. Stop trying to change these women into being what y'all want them to be.
I agree with that point.
Have a good time. Spin cycle. I call it the spin cycle. That is the new term that I'm going into 2025 with. It's the spin cycle. And don't let her change either. Oh no, baby, you're not gonna just try to get some better. You're not gonna try to get some higher standards now that you with me. I want the same person that was with him. I want the same woman that you was prior to your standards going up. I want your standards in the gutter.
Social media plays a big part in this too.
I want gutter standards.
What?
I want your standards in in the fucking gutter. No, don't sit here and say what you ain't gonna do.
If women have
What
gutter,
you mean what you ain't gonna do? What you gonna do?
What the heck?
I think Anton is just tired of him saying the truth and y'all attacking him. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all would listen to somebody like you know what I mean? But with Canvas saying the truth, y'all literally outcasted him and called him every bad name you can do. All he was saying was the truth. So it's like, okay, y'all want me to pander? Let's pander. Let me not just, like, that's just saying, I don't even give a fuck no more. I'm going to say whatever you want to hear. I'm going to join all these other motherfuckers and get the money and all that shit. Like, I'm going to do all the same things.
And the women. Don't forget you get the women.
Why should I be the person that? Why should I be the person to hold high standards? When don't nobody want that shit. Everybody say, "Oh no, I hate you." Women say all of that shit. They come to me and say, "Who hurt you?" They say the dumb shit all the time. Fuck it. Let's just all be a part of the toxic culture and just burn this shit up in the basket. Throw it all away.
To your benefit, though.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Don't matter. We get more when we lie than we tell the truth. So
I'm
don't matter.
Sponsoring.
The more we lie, the more we get. The more you tell the truth, the more you push the women away.
I'm giving preference to single mothers. If you are a single mother and you want to come and kick it with me,
Nadia,
on the Anton Daniels couch, I got a whole new couch. It's longer. It go in a circle time. It's gonna be a good time. I got a whole new studio. I took over a whole new spacesuit. I got extra space.
Which Jedi?
If the men are going after the women with the single mothers, make sure that they have kids too. If you don't have any kids as a man, please don't go after somebody. Like the people who have kids need to stay together. And no. The people who have kids need to be together, and the ones who don't need to be together.
Let's burn it to hell.
No. Because that makes it hard for the women who don't have kids and don't want to be a stepmama. So people with kids need to be together, and then single people without children need to be together, in my opinion.
The sisterhood didn't come to our rescue. We need tryovers too. Y'all didn't come to our rescue, so we need.
I'm trying to crash the fuck out. I seen Gary. I seen what you look like. I said, damn. Gary, like that? Fuck. She trying to have me. I said, you know what? I'm doing. I got me an H-1B visa program too, just like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. H-1B visa program. I want the best and the brightest of all of those that are amongst you.
Max. The number 2 guy gets all the benefits anyway. Number 1 got to pay for everything. Number 2 gets everything else.
Correct.
Number 1 got to deal with the headaches, the demands. Number 2 just get to come right through. Come right out.
I'm using myself as tribute, right? Just for the sake of conversation. You see how Q want to turn her nose up at me though?
Oh no, I'm reading the chat. The chat is I'm dying in the chat.
They want to look at me like I'm crazy. But this is what y'all look like, and this is what y'all sound like on social media.
Because tomorrow in the Millionaire Morning Show, you're going to be doing a broadcast about HIV and AIDS and saying, you hoes better stop busting it down and laying it down.
But no. You're missing the point of what I'm saying. You're missing the point of what I'm saying. This is what y'all look like, and this is what y'all sound like every single day in this toxic-ass culture. But y'all looking at it like it's crazy when it's right in front of your face is my point.
All I said was that people with kids need to be together and people without kids need to be together. That's all I said. Make it easy.
I think women do regret having kids. I think women do because what's that? I think we did a cast, a show regarding the chick that had 5
y'all
kids.
Missing it.
Dropped them
y'all
off.
missed the whole thing.
She went to the club. These women are regretting.
Y'all missed the whole point.
And the baby daddies. We're on
what was the point, Anton?
Y'all know you'll catch it on the replay. You missed the whole point.
These women, they're not.
You'll catch it on the replay. I think y'all missed the whole point.
Oh my god.
You missed the whole point.
Look, you got some people that want to come to the couch. If you a single baby mama, okay, girl, gorgeous golf culture. You a single baby mama? Hit up Anton. Black couch is coming back.
Come on. All right, well, she can come.
Send him an email. Put baby mama couch in the subject.
Nah, don't send me no email because my girl can see that. Send me a DM.
Oh my god.
She can see the email. She might see the emails. I might not be able to delete it fast enough. You gotta send me a DM. Nobody got access to my. But you gotta send that shit in vanish mode.
Why do you sound like a pro at this?
Ain't this what y'all wanted?
No.
This ain't what y'all. Wait a minute. So okay, how is this not what y'all wanted? How is this not what y'all wanted? But this is what y'all participate in every day.
Are you not?
The culture. I'm not speaking to somebody. Listen, I'm not speaking to anybody individually here. I'm talking about culturally. Isn't this what y'all wanted?
This is what some of them wanted. We're not the culture. This is what some of them wanted. But this is what they get though. The women that complain of being, I picked the wrong baby daddy. I'm a single. That's your fault. I'm sorry. It's your fault. I can't. You can't. I can't.
So now the culture is bad.
No, the culture been bad.
It's bad.
It's been bad.
I was alone in this thing.
No,
Apparently
it's
I'm
been
not.
bad. This thing coming in 2024.
Mm-hmm. As soon as they removed men from the house, it just went downhill.
This been bad. Social media making it worse. The women, the feminist movement, the sexy reds, what's the other chick called Megan Thee Stallion? Like this shit been bad, and it's gonna get worse. I don't see it getting it better. I don't. It's not gonna get better. We're gonna have all
Dez,
these.
what do you think about this, Dez?
Like I said before, man, it's like you was saying, it's the social media, man. Social media, those single mothers, they're seeing everything online. They think they can have this lavish lifestyle, or they start to regret the fact that they ain't picked the right man. And now this is the results of it all, you know. This is the results.
You think that they don't know that they? I don't think it has anything to do with not picking the right man. I think that was the right man for them at the time. You don't think that they picked the right guy for them at the time?
No, they probably wish they would have swallowed instead of fucking him raw.
Oof, Lord have mercy.
Let's just be honest. Like
I think that they picked the right man for them at the time.
No,
Absolutely.
No, they could be with their baby daddies.
Ain't nothing wrong with their baby daddies. Their baby daddies is what's best for them. Ain't nothing wrong with these baby daddies.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I would rather them not. I'll be kidless. We don't need baby kids mugging, stealing, robbing. All these kids are going to be future criminals.
No, that's why they got to go back with their baby daddy.
Oh my gosh, did y'all see that video? It was on Young, Black, and Wealthy, and the guy went through his son's phone, and the little girl was basically like, do you hear this? I was like...
Yep, I see he was playing it on an iPad.
What's the video?
What happened?
I'll
do a review video to it tomorrow.
Okay. I was like, these are the kids that are being raised by these people. I said, that'll be the day I file a restraining order against the child for talking to my son like that.
I think that the culture is awesome. I was misaligned over these last few years, but I figured it out.
Is this true? These men don't want their baby mamas.
That's what I said.
They want them. They want them.
I don't think that's true.
They want their baby mamas. Their baby mamas change their standards.
Yes, the baby mamas
pregnant.
don't want the men now. I definitely think if we were to ask baby daddies if their baby mamas wanted them right now, would they get back with them? Maybe maybe she has like an attitude problem or something, but like minus the attitude, I think most of them would be like, yeah, I have no problem because I want my family. But I do think majority of women, whether I definitely think most of them are like more so changing their standards, but they make it seem like it's like they're better than their baby daddies after they have the child with him. It's like, oh, well, even though you're my baby daddy, I'm better than you now, so I need to get better than you. But it's like, he's the father of your child. He is better. He's the best for your child. So
yeah, I mean,
I don't agree, Molly. I think most of the baby dads want their baby mamas.
Yeah, we want all of our. We don't want to sell our car. We. Let me be quiet.
They want to drive it when they want to drive it, when it's convenient.
Yeah, we're not trying to sell a car. We good.
Stop comparing women to cars and watches.
I don't know. I think some of those guys, when they were getting girls, they weren't serious about like getting kids. They weren't serious about having a baby.
I didn't want to watch this watch right, or maybe I want to wear them both at the same time. How about that?
You know what's funny on Clubhouse? It's like when the women talk about their baby daddies, and then I ask them, okay, the problems that you have with your baby daddies, did you see it prior to having a baby with them? And they just say yes. So how are you complaining about the same shit you saw prior to having a baby? You got in the... You did it. I just don't get that.
I think honestly it comes because it's like now their child is what matters to them, and you care so much about your child that you don't want your child to experience what you experienced. But it's like a hindsight thought, because it's like, well, then he shouldn't have been the dad, but you can't do that now. But I think that's it. They kind of turn into it. Really is just like a hindsight moment. It's like, oh, I shouldn't do this because now my child is watching this. They are seeing this example. And I think for some, it unfortunately takes them being in that situation for it to click that your life is quite literally the mirror that they're going to be watching and how they're going to operate their lives. Because as much as parents like to say, don't do what I do, don't do as I did, or do what I say, or something like that. It's like, no, they're going to do what they see you doing, because what you're showing them is what's supposed to be okay. So,
an imperial octet.
So then
go ahead, Ali.
So it wouldn't be that though, Cam. Like earlier you said, most of them didn't want to be mothers. It's the fact that another person will have an influence over a kid, and you have something to compare it to. Most fathers don't have issues with their kids, and when you look at data, most women complaining about their children, fathers enjoy being fathers. So when you put the father next to her, and you compare their results to what they're getting from the child, is because how she looks compared to the child, and she don't want that dad to have the leverage. That's what it's about, control. Most women didn't want to be mothers. They wanted their way, and they wanted control, and they wanted something they could leverage, and it backfired on them. That's how you know they didn't regret, because they still saying they strong and independent, and they still trying to get the bag. And then the biggest one, look, watch this. Love, do you need man? Do you need a man?
Me? Are you talking to me?
Hmm?
I'm married.
Okay. But do you need a man?
Yes, I do.
Liz, do you need a man? Hey, V, do you need a man? Jerry, do you need a man? Now, what we're having conveniently in a dipping episode, all the women will say they don't need a man. So it depends on the day, and y'all could be the best women. I don't know if y'all are or not, but women flow with whatever way is convenient at the time. 1 minute they for the fathers that needing them, the next minute they not for the fathers needing them. But we know as a community, women say they don't need men and that they strong and independent. So when they don't need men, they start.
I am not a strong, independent black woman. I need a man.
Right, but what I'm saying is that if you don't need a man, the community complains about the father. Everything she's complaining about is a man.
Women that say they don't need a man are either hurt, gay, or traumatized some way. Yep. That's the only women that say they don't need a man. And you should stay away from those women.
But Des told you they supported by society. They living their best life. They're doing what's in their best interest. If they leave us, they working for self-love and happiness. But if we leave y'all, we created a broken home. So whatever women do,
they need a man with money.
What is a woman's responsibility in 2024 going to 25 that she won't get shamed for not doing? We'll get shamed for everything, even not being a man. There's nothing a man can say, oh man, this happened to me when I was young. This, whatever happened, we still have to show up as a man. What can a woman say where she doesn't have to show up as a woman? What excuse can you not use? We can't use no excuse. The excuse is limitless. So I asked the sisters, what are women's responsibility to the community that if you didn't do it, you would be shamed collectively by the community? And I'll wait on that.
Honestly, I don't think there is one, to your point, because even we know there are women that abandon their children, but to say a woman is a deadbeat mom does not exist. So I agree to what you're saying. It's unfortunate. It's definitely a double standard. Specifically, I feel like it's larger and more prominent in our community that you do see. If there's a struggling single dad, they'll say, why isn't he getting multiple jobs so that he could take care of his kids and do what he needs to do? But if you see a struggling single mom, it's like, well, at least her kids have shoes and clothes and a coat on their back,
Right.
and like, you know. So I mean,
But keep going. Who's the easiest to please? Who can you make happy? Like if you switch gender roles, in which seem like women fighting for so-called equality, which is just in their best interest, it has nothing to do about the men. If you paid 50% of my bills or 75% of my bills and 100% gave me sex and love, that's the best relationship right there, and I ain't ashamed for it. But women aren't even happy with that. They fought to go to work, but even if you get a house husband, you go, I ain't about to take care of no nigga. So what makes a woman happy? Man, it's very simple: intimacy, food, and peace. But now it's so bad, and what I kept trying to tell Anton, brothers our age go, hey man, just don't give me no problems and peace. You can't tell a woman to cook, that's offensive. You can't tell her to clean, that's offensive. You can't tell her to be a mama, that's offensive. I could be with Jerry and go, hey Jerry, hey, almost done, Jerry. And I was almost done, Jerry. I could go, Jerry, you're the best woman in the whole world. I just don't like when you do that. And you go, oh, so I'm not a good woman? Like, you can't even correct women. You know,
that's an emotionally immature woman, because ultimately a woman has a role.
But that's what we keep doing collectively as sisters, and saying we need to make a movement to correct women, the market of women. We go, you just state the obvious. We know that's an emotionally unstable woman. But most sisters aren't coming together to rally around and go, most of us is trash. Like, just being facts. Like, and no one wants to shame sisters. We can shame brothers all day long to do the right thing, but we don't want to shame sisters into being what the community needs, but we'll shame brothers into what the community needs. And we still try to be responsible, but even that's shame. Oh, dang, Dad, you take care of that baby mama? Oh, fam, you went back an old girl? Oh, you wifed up old girl who used to be an OnlyFans? We shame for everything instead of giving grace, because if men truly stood on code, y'all have nowhere to go.
I agree with Ali. But I'm gonna tell you this: if we shame women, they're not gonna give two shits. I'm sorry. Women are not gonna. Women
don't like to be held accountable.
Women like to listen to women that align with what they're thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to listen to us women that are shaming them. They're not. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you a pick me, you a hoe, you a this, you a that." They're not gonna listen to us. Trust.
I disagree. That's what they listen to through generations. They listen to the man, and they listen to grandma. Hold on. They listen to grandma. They listen to grandma, and they listen to their mama. When I was growing up, sit your behind down. You being bad.
But
you need to get married.
We're talking about outside people, not family.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying. This what I'm saying. I didn't say they're not listening to the father, but the mother was the greatest enforcer. If you have a mother that's listening to your father, supporting your father, complying with your father, and pushing them up, there's no reason to push back on the daddy. But the women are the biggest influences of the children. The reason why people are rebelling and having identity issues and the LGBT growing up is because women go against the father. So the kids go against the father. Look at all the celebrities like Master P, 50 Cent, Brian McKnight, all these celebrities who kids go against them. They never go against mama. But 50 Cent kid, well, I think what he was paying, $50,000 in child support, $60,000. They started complaining. Now he pays $6,000. He was taking care of his kid, the woman, and her boyfriend. The women are not supporting the men. They supporting the sisters, and it's just you getting your way and being out of control collectively. Not the sisters on this panel.
I mean, but to your point though, the women aren't listening to all women, which is what Q was saying. Like, you're saying we follow women, but we're not. They weren't listening to Shahrazad Ali. They were listening to, the Whoopi Goldbergs of that time and things like that. They weren't listening to the women that they should have. So the point is, like, the women that should be the example is who she was saying. Like, that's who they push back on. That's who they call pick-me's, and that's who they say, they're male validation. All y'all want is male validation, all these things. And I'm just like, well, should I not want male validation? Like, I don't want female validation. So,
hey, Cam, individually, I agree. They don't listen to the good woman. But most women is birds of a feather flock together. They just go, they follow each other, and they follow what other women want. If you have 10 of those women, or hundreds of those women, compared to 304s, the thoughts are saying it, women are going to listen. But women are basically trendsetters. Whoever y'all say to go after is who y'all going after. That's why y'all keep picking the so-called Pookies or the Ray Rays or the dudes y'all can't control. And not you, Cam, and Q, not y'all. Just please don't make it about y'all. Yeah. The collective of women keep trying to, like Q said, keep trying to pick guys they try to change instead of being the follower or the leader. Women don't want to follow the leader. And then they get with a guy that don't need them because it's all based on looks. Like, I'm a certain type of guy in my community. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't have to do anything because I know that, but I don't weaponize what I don't have to do against women. I need to be responsible of my woman, my community, and my children.
Woo,
but
this shit's gone deep, hasn't it?
Weaponize it against
Way
the community.
fucking deep.
They ain't gotta do nothing but show up. They ain't gotta work. They ain't gotta be mamas. They ain't gotta cook and clean. They slaves in the household. So if you're a slave when you're in a household, but you can go work for your boss, you can go get your degree, you can do what your best friend is asking you. You can change the cat and dog all day long. Who do you really love? Everything is about what makes most sisters look good instead of actually being good, which is investing in the community. Using the 50-50 inequality for the family instead of using 50-50 inequality for yourself. Because most women don't even want to fight for 50-50. They want to change that man 50 to her 50 or get his 100 to be her 100. That's why when y'all say men aren't emotionally intelligent or don't communicate or vulnerable, it's because he ain't saying what you want him to what you want to hear, but you know he's valuable. And that's how you know when women truly care about the so-called red pill community or the man who's spitting truth, is because they don't care about the guys they don't care about. They don't care the guys they can manipulate and conform to them. They care about the guys that's actually making them mad because they really like those guys. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. This one's called Charleston White Talk, Angel Reese, Women Working, Melissa Ford on Provider Man. Single Wednesday on the Anton Daniels channel. Anton's an excellent orator, and he definitely got his shit together. You know, he's cool. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I have to clock out on the game itself. That way the timestamp and all that's correct. But anyway, I'm going to clock out here. It's kind of late. It's already 11. But if you guys want to go back and listen to that video, by the time they're done, it'll be uploadable, or you can see the whole thing online because that's live right now. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. At least we're getting somewhere with this Jedi. He's almost level 50. And that's good. All right. Have a good night. And Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year.